Cold boxes, I put in those containers, then I take to the facilities. Even in the facilities, there are fridges. We are so grateful to the government of Uganda because each and every health center 3 and 4 in Kalio district has a refrigerator. Once they reach there, I offload them. I also put them in the fridges. These facilities have scheduled outreaches whereby they have to go to the community, to the villages, communities, and make sure that they vaccinate. So they also have small containers which are called vaccine carriers, which they put on their back, of course with some ice to maintain the temperature. So that when they mobilize, the community mobilizers, the VHTs, the LOC ones do mobilize the communities in gazetted outreaches which are already gazetted. They come and also workers find the clients there and then they do vaccinate them.
Hello, hamjambo. My name is Twea. Welcome to Swahili with Twea. Let's look at Swahili phrases for daily use. Jina. Jina. Name. Jina langu. Jina langu. My name. Jina langu ni Twea. Jina langu ni Twea. My name is Twea. Jina lako. Jina lako. Your name. Jina lako ni nani? Jina lako ni nani? What is your name? Jina langu ni. Jina langu ni. My name is. Jina lake. Jina lake. His or her name. Jina lake ni nani? Jina lake ni nani? What is her name? Jina lake ni Didi. Jina lake ni Didi. Her name is Didi. Can you practice this? Very good. Vizuri sana. See you again. Tutaonana tena.
Revered as the patrons of the wild, my horn stood tall, announcing my presence among Africa's Big Five. Yet, with all my strength, I struggled to survive. Then Uganda Wildlife Authority gave us something, a safe home at the Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. And here we begin to thrive again. Today, we are 48 members strong, with 17 cows, ready to take our unique story into the future. This is your lifetime opportunity to name a rhino, and with it, find the conservation efforts that keep our story alive. For more information, visit our website, www.ugandawildlifeauthority.org.
Every Wednesday, live in our studios in the heart of Kampala.
We have to change the political culture in this country, really. Who has bewitched Ugandans?
I want to assure you, as government, we shall do whatever it takes to ensure that Ugandans are safe.
We have conversations that have analysis, explanation.
This law society, this union of theirs, because they want a job everywhere, they want to be this, they want to be that, they want... No. We know it's a union.
You cannot be making a road, bitumen grade 1, in Congo for 5 billion.
But not every truth is fact, and not every fact is truth.
The argument that the General Court Martial is responsible for peace and stability is without basis, either in law or in fact.
We have been told how Napoleon was a great orator. Now, Napoleon cannot help me get food. They told me combine harvest in Saskatchewan. I don't know where Saskatchewan is. This is a geography we're taught. Instead of teaching me how to preserve Mabera forest, they're teaching me about Rhineland. This is a problem we got. We cannot run away from it.
Right now, you hear very disgusting stories of members of parliament, instead of discussing the details of loans, they ask for their cuts.
Every Wednesday, 10 p.m. on your public broadcaster.
All on your public broadcaster, UBC, inspiring Uganda.
In all these years, we emphasize two words, wealth and jobs, and we try to waken our people up to show them where wealth and jobs come from.
The Parish Development Model, PDM, is a bold initiative that is reshaping Uganda's rural economy. By allocating 100 million shillings to each parish annually, PDM empowers households by unlocking opportunities for wealth creation.
This program will be maintained. Each year we send 100 million for the parish. If you get the 1 million, you can buy some goats, you can buy some pigs, you can buy even young cows.
Farmers are transitioning from subsistence farming to commercial agriculture, laying the groundwork for wealth creation and improved livelihoods.
This project started 11 years ago after an inspiration from His Excellency. And that time I was working as a taxi driver. I was doing that master business in Soroti, and he was talking about how to improve household income.
With the PDM, you bring back the money after 24 months. But in the third year, you would get another 100 million paid back by those who got first.
The President's message is a mindset changer. Becoming rich does not mean you should have a lot of land, you should have a lot of education, you just need a vision and implement and start from where you are.
So therefore, this PDM is to get all of you out of poverty. That's why we said 100 million per parish per year.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance.
Njagala okwebaza olw'enteekateeka eno gavumenti gye yatondawo ey'okulaba nga omuntu wa wansi, omuntu omuwejjero wa ghetto afiibwako. Nti nga ghettos eriyo embeera eyaliwo nga si nnungi. Okugereza ddala mu nteekateeka eno nga tennajja, abaana bangi baakwasibwanga, naye bukya enteekateeka eno ejja, bintu bingi bituukiddwako, naddala mu nteekateeka z'ebyokwerinda, security, wamu n'enkulaakulana. Nga tuyita mu nkola gye bayita eya ghetto structure. Ghetto structure kwe kulonda obukulembeze okuviira ddala ku ghetto esookebwako ku kyalo, ne tubeera ne ba coordinators ku muluka, paka eno gye tuli. Omwaka guno yatuwa ssente obukadde 100 wano emikono twabufuna. Era mu nfuna ya ssente zino twagala okwebaza Oweekitiibwa President. Ssente zino ziyambye nnyo abantu ba ghetto. Abantu ba ghetto nakubadde gavumenti ebadde n'emiwaatwa mingi gyeyisaamu ssente zaayo okutuuka ku bantu zibayambye, naye ssente ezo zibadde tezituuka ku bantu ba ghetto. Ssente zino bannaghetto tuzibawadde era bazifunyeemu. Ebiseera ebisinga wali emabega abantu ba ghetto abamu baali bennyamivu nga bamanyi nti gavumenti yabavaako, era ng'osanga abantu abamu mu ghetto nga tebalinaamu nsonga. Oli akugamba ekimbeeza mu ghetto noonyeza emirimu Uganda wonna gibuze. Twagala okusima pulezidenti w'eggwanga kubanga ssente ze yatuwa twazifuna, era gwe guno omulundi ogwasookera ddala nga bannaghetto mu Uganda. Era twagala okumwebaza okutwagalira ddala n'atuwa ne ku ssente ezikola. Ffenna ffe twagala kumusuubiza nti abalaba gye bamulabira nti akadde ate kati olw'okuba yakatuta.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Welcome to yet another interesting part of Good Morning Uganda, which is the Extra. I'm Robert Chirabo Nyonyintono, and now I'm in to discuss figures. Yes, some of us who did sciences, we enjoy these things because today I'm going to be handling things of statistics. Now, we are going to be looking at the census results analysis of the lower level statistics. That is, we had the census, and of course, so much came out, but we feel, yes, we need to better understand the impact of these figures. You know, one thing with statistics, they never lie, but two, they produce evidence, but also statistics are good because without them, you can't plan effectively. Even if you're just going to have a party at home, an introduction, you'll hear people tell you, don't exceed this number of bako. And in some homes, if you just come that way, my friend, I'm not leaving you, let's go. You may find it hard, though. You find they have 12 seats, and where are you going to put the rest? So even for the nation, this is very important. But why bother myself when I have the people who are mandated to explain these things? Now, join me, welcome my guest this morning. I have Rollins Chimbowa, Senior Public Relations Officer, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chirabo, and good morning, viewers.
And just next to me, I have Didakas Okoth, who is the Principal Public Relations Officer, UBOS. You're most welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chirabo, and our moderator for this morning. Good morning, viewers. We are glad to be on UBC this morning.
Now, Okoth, allow me to start with you. Now, when we talk about Uganda Bureau of Statistics, to a person watching us, help us understand what is your mandate, what do you do, why are you in existence, by the way?
I think that's a very good question, and it helps us to demystify what we do as the Bureau. Just to take the viewers back briefly, Uganda Bureau of Statistics was established by an Act of Parliament in 1998 with the mandate of producing, analyzing, and disseminating official statistics. When we talk of official statistics, basically we mean that this is the only authentic source of statistics that qualifies to support government, support development partners, support researchers, and support all the users of data. And we all know that statistics, like you said earlier, informs the backbone of planning. Ideally, you cannot plan without information, neither can you plan without using numbers. So, to have a successful implementation, successful plan, successful policy formulation, you need quality statistical information and data to guide you in that direction. But apart from just producing statistics and disseminating it to the people or to the public, we also do what we call, we are also mandated to coordinate what we call the national statistical system. Now, the national statistical system encompasses the producers of statistics, the users of statistics, and also we have those that we pick data from. Now, when we talk of the users will have, of course, they have the government. The government is the biggest user of statistical information and data, but also we have development partners. We have the UN agencies, we have the IMF, we have World Bank. All these people, they back or they base their planning and resource allocation on official government data of any country. So Uganda Bureau of Statistics plays a very critical role in ensuring that we provide this data to support that kind of process. But under the national statistical system, we also have the producers. Producer, we are the official producer of government data. Yes. But also we have other institutions that produce statistics. For example, Ministry of Finance, it has a data department. We have Bank of Uganda. We have ministries, government ministries. All these people produce statistics, but we are supposed to coordinate them, manage them, ensure that whatever they are producing is within the fundamental principles of producing statistics that is reliable, that is of high quality, that is robust, and that can inform planning at all sectors of the economy. Therefore, we provide that coordinative role and ensure that the data is harmonized to avoid, number one, duplication. We don't need to duplicate work. But number two also, to save resources. If your boss is already conducting a particular survey, it does not make sense for any other government agency or even a researcher to do that survey. Because otherwise you'll be wasting resources, wasting time on a same product. Therefore, we harmonize whatever we do within this mandate of coordinating them and ensure that we provide harmonized data that can inform better planning.
Well explained, harmonized data that can inform better planning. Now, this takes me to Chimbowa. Before I even go any further, is there anything you want to supplement on what Okoth has just said?
I think he has given us a highlight that is sufficient.
Okay. Now, for us, when you talk about
UBC, inspiring Uganda. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. Ku mulanga gw'eggwanga ogw'okunyweza obukuumi ku nguudo, aba Good Product Group HGO brand batongoza mu butongole kaweefube gwe batuumye Rider Selecting Campaign. Kati osobola okwewandiisa ng'oyita ku kibanja kyabwe ekya www.riders.hgohgo.com. Weewandiise kati ofune omukisa oguwangula ebirabo eby'enjawulo okuli pikipiki n'ebirala ebisibiddwa mu bokisi ne reflector jackets eza HGO n'ekigendererwa eky'okutumbula envuga ennungi mu bantu. Eno y'engeri gy'osobola okwetabamu. Sasula ssente z'okwewandiisa. Funayo mikwano gye 3 okukola ttiimu y'abantu 4. Olwo ssente ze mukozesezza okwewandiisa zijja kubaddizibwa. Tandika olugendo olw'ekitiibwa kati. Tosubwa omukisa guno. Weegatte ku nteekateeka eno. Tumbula engeri y'okwewala obubenje ku nguudo era ofuuke omuvuzi asoose okuvumbula ekipya. Okufuna ebisingawo, kyalira omukutu omutongole ogwa Good Product Group ku www.hgohgo.com oba kuba ku nnamba y'essimu etali yakusasulira noti 8 noti 33 55 55 oba bakyalire ku ofiisi zaabwe ezisangibwa ku Kingdom Kampala omwaliro ogwokusatu. Weewandiise kati owangule ebirabo byabuwala.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra. Live from UBC Studios in Kampala. This is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
Apologize for that technical glitch, but of course we are still here to take you through. I'm with my guest from the Uganda Bureau of Statistics, and before we had that brief disturbance, we were looking at the major areas when you talk about this final census report. What were the findings now? And I'm so interested to begin with the population size. Because when you talk about statistics, the first area of concern is
population.
And Chimbo, please take us through.
Thank you, and our viewers, sorry about that. We were saying that as per the National Population and Housing Census report that was disseminated on 31st December 2024, Uganda's population stands at 45,905,417 persons. That is the total population. Now we can break it further. The females stand at 23,591,128 persons. Those are the females. And then the males are 22,314,289 persons. So those are the males as per our report.
So there isn't still that very huge gap. You know, when I waited for, because this is the final report, I wanted to look at the gap between women and the men. We usually say women are more than the men.
Yes.
So I was looking at the figures here, but not a very big difference.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we may also try to, you know, census began long way back. But if you want to compare, so that we appreciate our discussion today and how Didacus has given us the highlight of data and its importance.
Yes.
For example, in 1980 we had a census, and that census, the results of that report, we had about 12,600,000 people. So someone may ask, what has been the major attribute to this growth? I think one of the important aspects we note is the peace and stability that we have in Uganda since the, you remember we had the war and then we lost some people, but now we've moved ahead. So as we speak, the population has grown, and I know the next time we do the census after 10 years, we shall have multiplied. Yes.
Well, very interesting there, population growing, and you allude that to the peace. Definitely wars kill a lot of people. Wars kill a lot of people, and of course when there is peace, people are not dying in huge numbers, but also with the peace, people do produce more, because they are sure that their children are going to grow. They have the liberty and the peace and the calm to produce. Now, I'm very interested also in another area, which is education and illiteracy. We know that on Monday, which is the 8th of this very month, Uganda will join the rest of the world to celebrate or commemorate International Literacy Day. Now, of course here, take us through, how are we standing when we talk about Ugandans who can read, who can write? What did the census, the final report, reveal?
Fine, thank you. I should say that education is one of the fundamental requirements of any citizen. And the world over, education is a valued, is a given, should I say, opportunity that every child should enjoy. And Uganda in particular, I think we should also be grateful that we have had an opportunity to access free education, both at lower primary, upper primary, and even at secondary level. And education, you know, it is basically a formalized, agreed kind of curriculum that the Ministry of Education establishes, and we say this is what we are going to follow for the next period until perhaps when there is a curriculum review or the curriculum changes. But yes, I think since 1990, the UPE started in 1997. I think we have had a number of school enrollment.
Yes.
There have been more children who were unable even to attend, but perhaps primary 1 or up to primary 7, having an opportunity to go and get certain bit of learning, skills, formal education. This is formal education. And maybe for those children who have not had this opportunity, it is the parents to blame. Because as parents, we own the full responsibility to ensure that our children go to school. Now, this 2024 census, and even the previous census, like 2014, it captured both early child education, primary education, secondary education, and tertiary education. When you look at primary education, then the education attendance at primary level was at 58.4%. As of 2024, we have pushed far to 75.2%.
Wow.
And this is a very, very big improvement. When you look at secondary education, from 18.5%, which was captured then, 10 years ago, we are now at 62.0%. Again, a very big margin. When you look at tertiary education, or tertiary, those are the vocationals and the universities, by then we're at 4.3%. Now we stand at 5.7%. So you realize that the enrollment has over time been increasing, and of course this is also associated by a lot of advocacy in the education sector, that we must take children to school. It should become obvious that as a child is born, this child at certain age of 3, 4, 5 must be able to enroll in the early child, whatever, as is kind of education. Now when you come to the literacy basically means the ability for one to read and write with understanding in any one language. And what does this mean? As of 2024 census, our literacy rate stands at national level at 74%, away from the 72, which was registered or recorded in 2014 census. Also, there is an improvement. That means that now we are having more people in a position to write, read with understanding of what they are writing and what they are reading, at least in one language. So that is how we are standing. When you look at that in detail, you will appreciate that there is at least a 2% increase. Now that 2% increase, ideally, was affected by the things I talked about in the beginning. The free education access at primary and secondary level. And of course, when you look at our government programs, for example, things like Uganda skills development, when you look at even the SDG, there are certain requirements as far as education is concerned. Yeah.
Now, very interesting information in a way that it is showing improvement, steady progress, if I may use that. Yes, the increase may not be that very, but at least the statistics we have are informing us that more people now are able to write, are able to read, and understand actually what they are writing compared to 10 years ago, before we had the national population and housing census 2024. Now, another area of concern, Chimbowa, to me is health. You know, we've looked at the education, we've looked at the population size. Let's now look at health, which is also another factor. How many people can access health facilities in this country?
Thank you so much. When we look at the health aspect, health is a very wide topic, but there are some critical areas that we may point out. For example, we can look at the infant mortality. And infant mortality, we mean children who die before marking their first birthday.
Yes.
And as we are looking at those numbers, the previous census, for example, 2014, if we want to compare, we had about 50 children out of 1,000 children born dying. And as you notice in our current report, the Census 2024 final report, the number has gone down.
Yes.
And that number, we have about, we have 34. So the decline in the numbers is also explained. Government has done a number of programs because some of the children die from the immunizable diseases. Some of the children die out of malaria and many other factors. So you see that the bringing on board of such interventions has greatly reduced the infant mortality rate. And then we also look at other factors like mortality. And that is the probability of a child or children dying between birth and that exact age of 5.
Yeah.
So when you look at also these numbers, for example, out of 1,000 children in 2014, 74 children will die. And now, as per the report, at least we have 46 deaths. Yes, they are still dying.
There's not much a decline.
Yes, as you notice, the numbers are going down. So that information is critical. Like if a program is going to be initiated in the communities, it will inform, for example, Minister of Health, what will be the focus areas. And then government, as it is intending to do budgeting, they will inform. These statistics will help them to know what are our funding priorities.
Yes.
As we want to reduce on mortality, infant mortality, to mention but a few. The other critical aspect I know people are interested in is life expectancy.
Definitely.
I know even you, Chirabo, you'd want to know what is my life expectancy.
At least on average. Life expectancy, our viewer, is how long a person, people in that country, their average time they can spend while alive. So life expectancy, let me see if we are anywhere near Japan, please.
So that the age we expect to live after we've been from
birth.
From birth.
Yes.
Yes, that
life expectancy
at
birth.
Expectancy at birth.
Yes.
So that one, I think we are also doing well because in 2014, for example, we were at 63.7 years. And then in 1991, our expectancy was at 48. 48 years.
I'm glad I was.
And now, at least we are glad and we give you hope, Chirabo. Expectancy has gone to 68%. Now, also people having a longer life expectancy is attributed to good health.
Okay.
Health-seeking behaviors of people. And all this is encompassed into planning and decision making. So, and as we've discussed, government has done a number of interventions. You know, people have been dying of malaria. It is a silent killer. Cancer, heart, and a number of diseases mentioned but a few. But you see that a number of interventions have been done to the country worldwide. And then I know the other critical aspect that is interesting is about fertility.
Yes, yes,
okay.
Yes. We need a good population, quality population. So we need both quantity and quality. Now, how is the fertility rate standing?
Fertility, we are going to look at it in 3 aspects. One of the aspects in statistics is called crude birth rate.
Okay.
And when we talk about the crude birth rate, that means the number of births that occur in a particular year per 1,000 people. So when we are trying to compare about
per 1,000 live birth,
yes, per this, we look at 1,000 people born alive. Yes. Okay. So now our report of 2024, we have 32.2 births per 1,000 people. That is a decline from the 52 of 2014.
Please, again.
I mean, sorry. Yes. Okay, when we are trying to look at fertility and mortality,
yes,
we in statistics they compare per 1,000
live birth per 1,000 children born.
Per 1,000 children
born, yes.
Yes, even when we are talking about adults, we shall talk about 1,000.
1,000, yes. So now we are saying per 1,000 children born
live
30.
Yes, 32.2. Because remember, there are children who are born when they are dead. Hope we are aware about that. Yes. So, and for example, when we compare in the past census, or for example of 1991, we were standing at 52. So that means 52 children would not make it.
Okay.
Yes. So then the other aspect we can look at, we look at the total fertility rates. And this one is, we look at the average number of children who are born by a woman. Some people don't want to say that statement, a woman, but because we are speaking statistics, let's allow to use the statistical language. So these we look at the number of children who are born by a woman up by the end of her reproductive life.
So would I say it this way? I stand to be corrected. We look at how many children a woman of a childbearing age, say before she hits her menopause, produces on average?
Before she dies.
Before she dies?
Yes.
Oh, I thought when she can no longer produce it.
We've seen miracles happening.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. Now that you've brought in miracles, before she dies.
Yes. And as per our report, at least 4.5 children are born by women before their lifespan.
No, it's still a high.
Yeah, but
I think it is still high then.
Yes, it is still high, but the number of also reasons to explain that. Okay, because one, personal, I believe God gave us a gift. Our ladies are fertile compared to other nations or other places of the world. Yes. So those are some of the aspects that we can share. And we encourage people to access this report on the Oboswe. It is a very comprehensive report. So there are so many details that someone can access on our Oboswe website to get more information. But we are just picking a few highlights that we want to bring on board.
But maybe just to emphasize what Lawrence has said, when we talk of 4.5, a woman can give birth to children, the number of children. Actually, this number has greatly reduced. And why has it reduced? With now the formal education that many families have impressed and the government has been encouraging, you realize that we are having more children or more girls staying at school longer period before they get married. You find that you can find a girl starts P1, goes P7, senior 6, goes to the university. Before she finishes university, she has not gotten married, she's doing her master's, she's doing a PhD. So now you realize that there are more girl children who are kept at school.
So school
and
rotation.
Therefore, they are not highly exposed to all this other behavior that would guarantee an early pregnancy. So that's why we realize that in 1991, the average number of children a Ugandan woman was able to give birth to was 7.1. Those are 7 children. In 2002 census, the findings still indicated 7.0. In 2014 census, 5.8 children. But now with more education, embracement of education, we have more girl children kept in school for longer. And also, it is because most parents of this time are also, they have also acquired a bit of formal education. And therefore, they would love that their children go to school. And because of that, a woman takes longer to give birth. Now, by the time she's giving birth to 2, 3 children, she's getting her menopause.
Yes.
And therefore, she can't give birth anymore. So, I think with these kind of government programs and interventions, we shall actually be experiencing lesser children being born in this country. And maybe as of the next census, we may have maybe 3 point whatever. I don't want to preempt, but the results then will tell us.
Well, the results then will tell us. Now, another area of concern is household and housing characteristics. I've just been having a show where I had an official from the Uganda Housing Cooperative Union. And issues of housing are very complicated. Many people are homeless, many don't have wired, many are renting, many so complicated. But let's hear from people that gather the statistics. How are we standing as a country when it comes to household and housing characteristics?
Thank you. Thank you, viewers. You know, during census, this was a population and household-based census.
Yes.
Okay. We were enumerating people from their households. And therefore, we were able to pick a lot of information at household level. Though we also had institutional questionnaires, because we went to hospitals, we went to learning institutions, we went to government security installations. We worked with them to get data and to get the population numbers. But as of 2024 census, 66% of households were living in their own houses. They were not renting.
66%?
66%
Wow.
of household population in this country, they had their own permanent residences. And only 24.8 reported that they were renting. They were renting houses. And I think these numbers of renting were common in urban areas.
Yes.
Mainly urban areas.
Yes.
But when you go to up countries, the villages, people own their own homes and they live there without paying any monthly rent.
I do agree with you.
Yes. But also
the outskirts villages, people own these houses.
Yes. But also, under household characteristics, we wanted to find out, are people able to access water?
Yes.
And which kind of water? Safe water. We are talking about safe water. They have boreholes, they have tapped water, and the census showed us that 81.1% of households had access to an improved water source. And this is a great improvement. We should be grateful, I think, for the government in this area. Because if you can have a population drinking clean water, that means that you're going to have less population suffering from some of these communicable diseases. Dysentery, those diseases that would, the cholera, the diseases that would be brought by, dirty water, contaminated water. So this alone also explains our improvement into our health. You will realize now that we shall be having people who are more healthy, a healthier population, that then will become more productive and they are able to contribute economically because they are energetic, they can work. They wake up in the morning, go to work, and come back without having small diseases making them incapable or incapacitated. In this area, also if you compare with the 2014 census, I mean 2014, yes. By then we had about 71.2. So you realize that it was over almost 10% of our population having access to safe water. And if you do a comparative analysis with the previous censuses, in 1991 census, it was only 24.8% who could access safe water. In 2002 census, only 60.9% could access safe water. In 2014, 71, but now we are talking about 81.1%, a great improvement.
Definitely. Surely time is so much on my side, but of course there are some areas I can't skip. I'm so interested also with electricity. Briefly on electricity. Yes, Achimbo, please take us through electricity.
Thank you so much. When we look at electricity, I know this is one of the areas people are interested in. At least 53% of the population, those households, people were able to use electricity. And when we talk about electricity, we talk about the electricity of the national grid and then the solar. Okay? So, so that is at least a very great improvement in the access, but also this is attributed to the number of programs that government has been undertaking in the sector. For example, the rural electrification program, and then apparently they also started a program of free connections. So we believe, like my brother said, in the coming census, by the end of this project that they have rolled out, I believe the percentage for those of us who will be alive by the grace of God, we shall witness that improvement. And then also these projects have been enabled by the good relations Uganda has with the donors. So if we don't have donors to support our development, our infrastructure development here, then we may not be good to go. So that's a great improvement within the sector. Yes.
Well, allow me just give each of my guests a minute, and I'll begin with Okoth here to have your parting shot. But I'll still find time and still bring you back because you've not handled government programs, which is very, very important. So I have to find time, and we look at how many households have benefited from government programs where we invest so much of the taxpayers' money. Okoth, your parting shot.
Thank you very much, and I want to thank the viewers this morning for giving us this opportunity to listen to Uganda Bureau of Statistics, share critical statistical information from the National Population and Housing Census. The report has over 400 pages, and it is only important that we, the users, visit the website, access this information, www.ubos.org, and ensure that we can be able to discuss issues from the informed point of view. I know that it is also, of course, a political season, and these are some of the critical indicators that I personally would love to see our leaders, the politicians, and so on, engage into formidable discussion, evidence-based discussion, not just hearsay, not, assuming, because, some of us love to assume. But why would we assume? When we have evidence, when we have quality information. So let's use these statistics, let's use all this statistical information, but also we have other programs that we do. Like, for example, we've been conducting the baseline education census, which is going to give us a baseline detailed statistical data on, particularly in the education sector, where we are looking at the infrastructure, the learning, infrastructure, books, the availability of classrooms, is it enough, the number of teachers who are supposed to facilitate the learners, and so on and so forth, including the non-teaching staff. We are getting these numbers, and I know we shall be concluding this exercise immediately when the term opens the third term. Otherwise, thank you so much.
Thank you for being part of the show, Chimbowa, as we move out of our studios.
Thank you so much, our viewers. I also want to extend my sincere thanks to you, Chirabo. I know you're very passionate about statistics. We always follow your show, and usually you are one of our users of the statistics. So as we started the show, I remember you highlighted that statistics starts from an individual. And in whatever we do, we need to plan. Yes. We need to know the numbers. And these numbers help us to make informed decisions. So I encourage everyone to love statistics from the individual level. My colleague has given us a highlight how we can access. If you also have a challenge, if you need to talk to us, we have all the media the social media platforms are open, and we are there to support everyone. Let's make use of these statistics for the better decision making of ourselves and up to the national level. We thank you, and thank you for watching us.
Well, thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time, and above all, our viewer, thank you for being with us. One great man once said, "He who has not researched has no right to speak." Now, why I love statistics is because you can never question me if they're authentic. So interest yourself in statistics. Get this report. There is so much that you need that the report has. And you will be able to reason, plan effectively when you have the right statistics, and they are free of charge. Just go to their website, have them empower yourself, empower your decisions. Have the best of your day. God bless you. See you tomorrow, God willing.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda Extra.
An amazing off-the-hook youth program, brings you an array of fun, exciting, and educative segments you do not want to miss. From red carpet moments to proms, youth empowerment programs to youth gig vibes, and so much more, Teens Crown will get you hooked. Only on UBC TV, every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Don't miss.
In a nation hungry for truth, a world where every story matters, there exists a beacon of trust and reliability. For decades, they've been our voice and our window to the world, holding the mirror of our history. With 4 TV stations and 11 radio channels spanning 27 languages, they stand as guardians of information, defenders of truth. With Mascari Heritage Advantage, they uphold every citizen's right to reliable and free information. Their archive stories shaped our past and illuminate our present. Yet now, as new challenges arise and the world evolves, their mission faces its greatest test yet. Be part of our journey and let's navigate the unknown, uncover the untold, and safeguard our future together. Tune into your public broadcaster, for it is the intersection of trust and truth. Because to UBC, your story, and every voice matters. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.